Hi everyone, this is Liz from Creative Life of Liz, and I'm here to do my setup for my November book Bujo or reading journal. Hard to believe we're already there, but we are. This is in my Artist Loft dot grid. I got this from Michael's at the beginning of the year. And before we get on to the November setup, I did want to just kind of walk you through where we're at for the year. So starting page hasn't changed. Intro page hasn't changed. Grid page hasn't changed. I am keeping up okay on my goals. Today is the 22nd. I have read. I haven't filled in today yet. I can do that right now. Sorry, you can hear my cat in the background. But keeping up with my reading, even with a super busy month. So overall pretty good there and keeping up with my goals. Only one prompt left here for the 52 book club challenge, just a public domain book. And I do plan to combine that with another challenge coming up in the Pop Sugar, keeping up with the buzzword challenges, did the 25 in 2025. For the Pop Sugar challenges, I just have a few left. I have less than 3 stars on Goodreads, a run club, a 2024 prompt I want to do over. That one I definitely could have fulfilled already, but I've just been leaving that blank for the end. And then a classic I've never read. That's the one I'm going to combine with the public domain one and just get that book cranked out at some point. Looking at Romanceopoly for the winter, I'm doing pretty well here on the winter challenges, but definitely have a few more to get done still this month or this quarter, I guess. So hopefully those will come in probably mostly in November and December. I'll get these last ones done. Not sure what I'm going to do for any of these, but I'm sure that I can find something that I will enjoy. Then flipping ahead, I do want to just briefly touch on my autumn readathon challenge. I am getting pretty close to filling out the board. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more prompts to fulfill. So hopefully I can get these done and sorted out before the end of November. I'll probably get at least 1 or 2 more done during this month, but we'll see what happens with those. Skipping over most of September stuff, I'm just going to move into the September reading stats. Some of this is hard to read, I know, because it's written in yellow and that doesn't show up super well on camera. But I read 24 books for 7,300 pages, 2 DNFs, average rating of 3.7, half and half on new and known authors, a little bit, about 60% not owned voices. So not quite as much of a split as I would sometimes like, but not terrible overall. Pretty good split on format and publication year. Definitely a lot of recent releases, but overall pretty good split. 11 mysteries, 4 romances, 3 fantasy, 2 science, and a little bit of smattering of other things. So pretty good split there. You can definitely tell I'm into fall with the kind of mystery focus of my reading. My favorite book of the month was The Enchanted Greenhouse by Sarah Beth Durst. It was just super heartwarming, super cute. I really enjoyed it, and I would definitely like to read in that series again. And then my top 5 books other than that one, I also recommend Dinosaurs by Rachel Ignotovsky, Cat Plus Gamer Volume 3 by Rotaru Nadatani, Eating the Sun by Ella Francis Sanders, and So Much for Love by Sophie Lambda. I thought those were all really good books as well. I had some extra pages, so I just did a quote page here. Again, hard to read, I know, for you, but it says autumn is for reading good books in cozy little nooks. Moving into October, here's my cover page and my priority reads page. I am making pretty good progress. I'm in the middle of yours for the season, so that will finish off my October arcs, and then I have a couple that publish in November that hopefully I can get through in a timely manner as well. I am doing okay on the TBR harvest. How I've been doing it is I've just been kind of hopping around as I get, as I finish a book, I hop to another spot from there and so on and so forth. So I am making pretty good progress there. And I've collected most of the cats. We'll see how that goes on collecting these last couple of cats and ghosts. I think I have 2. Oh, they're just ghosts. I have 3 ghosts left, but hopefully I can catch all of those. And then here's my reading for the month. Overall, it's been a pretty moderate month, and definitely, as you can tell, a smaller amount of reading than is typical for me at this point, but it's just been an extremely busy month, so it is what it is, and that's totally fine. I'm going to give myself this page as well as these 2 pages for whatever I read this month. I'm hoping to catch a couple of like novellas towards the end of the month for Halloween time, so that'll take up a good amount of space, even if they're not very long and things like that. Then I need 2 pages for my stats. Of course, if I have extra space in any of this, I'll just do a quote page just like I did for September. So then that puts my November setup right here. For this month, I am using these 2 washi tapes from Jet Pens. This one is like a grid that has tickets and other kind of travel related stuff on it. And then this one is like a cube rectangle kind of vibe design, but the colors go together really well. And then I also pulled in a zebra click art pen. This is in like a burgundy color. I don't know what it's actually called. And then a zebra mild liner. This one is in beige. So a lot of things ready to go. I really have nothing planned for November except to try to catch up on some of those annual readathons, make sure that those get finished, and the seasonal readathon, that autumn readathon. I might pop in for some like weekend or week-long readathons that come up as we go, but nothing planned for a month long. So really the only page I have to set up is just my title and priority reads page. So very short and sweet for sure. So I'm gonna do that really super quick setup, and then I will be back so that we can do the interesting bits. All right, here is where we are at. I know I just said we'll get to the interesting bits, but this is not a plan with me, really. But it's fine. So I just put the travel washi on the top and the bottom. I just really love this washi, so it's nice to kind of get it spread out quite a bit and get to use a bunch of it. It's interesting that it almost lines up on the top and bottom, but not quite. Not really sure how that happened, but whatever. It is what it is. I put the cube through the middle. And then I put the November 2025. Here's where my priority reads are going to go. My expectation is that that's just going to be these 2 November arcs that I have, but it's possible that something else needs to go up here. Assuming that that's all that needs to go in this section, I will probably use this section down here for a couple of prompts that I'm going to prioritize that are still remaining over on the year-long side of things, to try to make sure that I get at least a few of those finished up and I don't forget about them. If I need more space for priority reads, I might just put some additional priority reads down here. I could also, depending on how things are looking, I'm not sure what my arc status is for December, so I could also stick some December arcs down here to make sure that I can start thinking about them and planning for them, even if I don't end up ultimately reading them in the month. We'll see how it goes. But this is all I'm doing for the setup. Very short, very sweet. And then I will start putting my reads on this page. So I'm excited to see how it goes. That's all I have for today. As always, please like and subscribe below if you haven't already. I really appreciate it. It helps me out. Let me know what you're excited about in November, whether it's readathons, whether it's specific books. If you have recommendations for me, I always love to hear some additional recommendations. I'm interested in reading almost anything, so let me know what you have loved, and I will definitely add that to my TBR. And then follow me on Instagram and Blue Sky at Creative Life of Liz. You see in progress and finished spreads in this and other planners, as well as bits and pieces of my life, what I'm reading, all that good stuff. And until next time, bye.